Alright, I requested another garden update. I really need to try to clean this thing up here. See if I can get that clean it up a bit. Anyway, alright, let's start over here. These are the Scarlet Nantes carrots, which I don't think they're really huge. I don't know how much this tent is bothering the sunlight, or it just could be either position. I really should take them out of here, although it'd be kind of late now. They're probably on the way out anyways. But I'm going to move them further into the garden when they maybe get a little more sunlight. But they are producing. You can see one there. Oops, did I put the flash on by accident? Why is the flash on? It looks like the flash is on. But anyway, you can see down in there. Hold on, a little bit of trouble there. Alright. Yeah. So there are carrots in here. You can see one over there. This one there. You can see a little orange. There are some that are popping up, but I don't think they'll be huge, but they will be there. And these are the Tokyo Cross turnips. Normally I don't start my fall crops until mid to late August, like around the 15th to the end of the month. But I wanted to try some early and see if I can get an extra crop in. And I just thinned them out yesterday. I probably could put a lot more in here, but I've never done turnips in a pot, so I want to see how well they do. I probably could have spaced them out just like I did the beets, but I only have 4 in here, so they should have plenty of space. I probably could have put easily twice as many in here, but I'll leave them like that. Here's some green onions. These are spaced 2-3 inches apart, and these ones are actually bulbing up a little bit. You know, green onions will do that. They will get, and they're healthy and happy, they will get a little bit of a bulb down the bottom, so that's good. Some more white. Super Sweet 100. I don't prune my tomatoes. I don't prune out suckers. I will prune off some extra long branches that are kind of way. Like these ones here, it's in my walkway. I really should prune some of these back, but the fruit clusters there, so I hate to do that. There are some fruit down here that are starting to ripen. As you see, I can't get my camera work's not the best. Oh, there it is. So you get one in focus there a little bit. That's the only group on here that's right, but I mean, there's fruit clusters everywhere. There's literally going to be hundreds. I guess that's where they get the name Super Sweet 100, because there are going to be tons of fruit clusters everywhere. The green beans. These are I think these are Burpee's stringless green pod bush beans. And as you can see, there are some babies there. Let me turn off the water over here. I left the water on. As I hear it. Alright. These over here are the Paris Market carrots, and they just grow short and stubby, kind of like a radish. And you can see one there. They should be getting around the maturity date too, but I always like to try to give a little extra time. There's one you can see. There's another one. That's that same one. There's one here you can kind of see. Yeah, those are the ones that I see shoulders for. But we'll see what we get. Let me go around this way. Here, I think... Oh, God, I can't remember what these are now. Like I said, I wanted to try a bunch of new things early and see if I can get some of the quicker cropping ones in. This could be Silky Sweet. I don't remember. I don't know. But you can see they are sprouting. It's either a turnip or a radish. They are coming up. They are just this morning. These ones came up finally. I don't think there's one in the middle, is there? No. Put my anti-squirrel measure over top of it. These are coming up as well. I think this is the Golden Globe turnip. I think. I don't know. Once it starts to mature, I'll be able to tell. Now you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 in there. I think it's a 16-inch pot. Yeah. Chamomile. I don't know what to do with the chamomile. I haven't. I don't know what I grew it because I wanted to make chamomile tea. But do I harvest just the flowers? Do I use the stems? Do I use the leaves? I don't know. I just haven't bothered to look. All right. I started some more in my. This is that old rabbit cage that I'm now using in the garden. I'm gonna try to use these old cob. This is what I was using to put transplant into pot stuff. They're like a perfect, you know, size to pot stuff in when I'm transplanting my seeds and stuff. We'll start go around this way. The sunchokes climbing up to the sky. Say if I'm 5'3", 6, 7, they're probably maybe 8 foot tall now. The tallest ones, so they're definitely getting up there, as you see. Huge. Oh yeah, you can see down there the fruit that's starting to ripen there, and there's some over here, down there somewhere that are ripening. Oh yeah, in there, see them? Yeah. So there's 3 plants here. There's one. All right, let me get back to normal. There's one here, one in the middle, and then there's one more. So there's going to be hundreds of tomatoes here. Like I said, I didn't really do it on purpose. It was kind of like a joke. Oh, these are 5-year-old seeds. I saw the seed packet was packed for 2019 or something like that. They were pelleted seeds. So I thought, I'll try to see what happens. I just threw a bunch in, actually in one of these, and they germinated. This was mid to late April for tomato seeds, and I thought, see what happens, and they did fine. And I picked the 4 strongest ones and just tossed the rest, and so I grew them. I don't want to get rid of them now. May as well grow them. But yeah, the green beans, I think they're the pole beans, Kentucky Wonder or Vortex. Vortex is a variety that Greg Otten from Maritime Gardening.com. He's one of my favorite YouTubers that he likes, so I wanted to try it. I think I got them from Park Seed, I think. I think yep, I see one up there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Where is it? It's below. There it is. There's a green bean starting right there. It's got this old baby that looks like it's real thin, maybe 4 inches long. And go back to normal. I don't see a whole lot of beans on that yet, but I mean they should start. Hopefully. I didn't over fertilize. I never fertilize my beans. So it shouldn't be a problem of too much nitrogen. They're just not ready yet. And they're climbing still. They should start producing very, very soon now. There's I think this is called Big Italy, this parsley. Pretty tasty. I've been a huge parsley eater before, but growing your own, it's pretty parsley. Like I said, I have dehydrated them. I have a little mason jar of them. I did 3 plants. There's 1, 2. Oh, the other one's behind me, actually, over here with the potatoes. That's another parsley. That's the basil. I think it's just sweet basil. I wanted to do more basil. I wanted 3 or 4 pots of it, but for some reason they died. I don't know if it was damping off. Although I can't imagine it would be damping off being outside. Or maybe squirrels got it, something. And I only got 1. I had a whole 8-cell thing of it. I only got 1 plant out of it. I don't know what happened. Potatoes, as you know, the Baltic Rose or Kennebecs or Yukon Gold Volunteers. So I'm not sure what they are. The Baltic Rose I ordered, and that's the ones I meant to plant, and that's all I was going to have. And then I found the Volunteers up front when I was putting in strawberries, and so I wasn't going to not have them. I said, let me see if I can save them. I dug them up. All they were roots and about 5 inches of stem, and I don't know. That's either these ones or the one up front. But yeah, I mean, you see they're definitely declining, but there's still a ton of new growth on them from the last video. I mean, not new growth, but totally healthy growth. You know, like right here. So look at that. You just see that. So I'm not gonna let them, you know, dig them up if they're still have green. And I always had a tendency to dig them up earlier than I should because I'm worried about rot. But I'm taking that chance and letting them go as long as possible this year. One more beet. I just wanted to try, see how. I mean, I see online how people do transplant beets. You know, the normal common knowledge is you don't transplant root crops like beets and turnips and stuff like that. But you don't start them and direct seed them. But I wanted to try because I've seen other people that did. And you see, yeah, look, this was a transplant. I waited until it was about 2 or 3 inches tall, transplanted it, and look, I'm getting a little beet. And this guy kind of got neglected. He was in the shade a lot in the corner behind here. Once the beans and the tomatoes started taking off and didn't get full sun, so imagine just, imagine he could have been out in more sun. Jalapenos, getting a ton. This one's actually here starting to ripen a little bit. So we'll see what like ripe jalapeno tastes like. And here's another one. And I didn't pick them all, but you see there's a ton on here. And these were bought from Paige's old school when she went to Del Val. They there have their alumni fair day, and they always have a place that sells plants. And these were bought as little 4-inch nursery pots, as little 2-3-inch plants. So I wish I would have started myself from seed, but I mean, look, I got all these fruit. The lovage, neglected. I don't know why I bought it. I want it, but I don't really have a good spot for it. It's kind of neglected. Weeds have come in on here. It's not got proper watering or mulching or fertilizing or anything. It's kind of got neglected, but I'm hoping I can at least keep it alive, and maybe next year it'll come back and I can do something about finally keeping all the weeds off this fence, because that is not green bean. That is weed, all that. That is green bean up here. But these bull's blood beets haven't got neglected. So I'm just kind of see what happens with those. I don't always water them. I haven't really thinned them out. I haven't kind of babied them at all. So we'll see what happens with them. They're probably not going to amount to much. These are, I don't know, but these are those ones that Google seems to think are their Mad Hatter or Bishop's Crown. But none of these were starting to ripen. No, this one is. You can see it's turned a little orange there. And these ones Google thinks are either Anaheim or possibly banana peppers. And they are starting to turn color a little bit. Like this one over here, you can see is. I thought it looks like there's a little thing of rot there, but it is turning orange. So maybe that is their mature color. So I'm gonna let these guys go because I want to wait till they get ripe to try these, because they weren't spicy. I tried the one when it was fully green. It was not spicy at all. It tastes like a bell pepper pretty much. These are the store-bought potatoes. We bought them. Kelly bought potatoes to make something with baked potatoes or something. A few weeks later, we noticed they were sprouting and we weren't using them. I said, all right, I'll take them for the garden, see what happens. And this is what I got so far. I mean, then, like, it's totally healthy. I mean, it's, you definitely see some, I don't know if it's blight or just burn or whatever on them, but it's mostly green. There's mostly green on here, so I'm letting them go. Some potato virus can go up to 120, 140 days. So, I mean, that would be in August, so keep them go. And then this is my new thing this year I was excited about, is the blackberries. Now, I don't have any yet. I haven't had a single one yet. This was the healthiest plant of the three, and the most vigorous in the beginning. I tip pruned this because it got about to the top of this fence, and then the growth tip just dried up, crinkled, desiccated, and for no apparent reason. So I'm not going to get anything on that cane. I'm not going to get any fruits on it, so let me tip it. So I just snipped the edge off, the tip off, and then the laterals formed, which that's these here. So now I don't think I see flower buds on here. I think it's just leaf growth, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get flowers on these, if I'm going to keep these for next year. And there's, I think that might be a new Primocane coming up here. Yeah, because this one, wait a minute, no, this is the original. Oh, this over here is a new Primocane, or is that a lateral? I can't even tell. But anyway, it doesn't look like I'm getting anything from that this year. But we'll see what happens. This one has some, that's the original Primocane. And then this one also has some of the original Primocane. And that one you see is almost getting ripening. Almost like a raspberry now, but that should turn to a purple. And this one, this is a new Primocane that came up. This is not a lateral. I have not pruned this one. But you see flower buds. So I will get, this is a that's Primark Freedom, so it does fruit on the Primocane, not the Floricane, which is second year growth. So you'll get it on both. So I mean, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe like 10 buds there on that Primocane. And there's no laterals because I haven't pruned it yet. But after these fruit in the fall, I suppose I'm supposed to cut them. So I don't know. I keep meaning to, I want to call Burpee and ask them, because the online information is just so confusing. So, but yeah. So I definitely will get some fruit hopefully out of this one. And out of this one. Oh, is that a leaf hopper? Look at that. Yeah, and this is a new Primocane that came up, but I don't know, should I prune this now? Because it is, you know, the tall, that's as you read when it gets to about 4 or 5 foot tall, prune it, but I thought that it would fruit, and it's not. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because that's a new Primocane. Do I tip that to get the laterals out now? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning I'll call Burpee and ask them some care questions. Volunteer sunchoke that is now between the neighbor's fence, so I won't be able to harvest these guys since they're on their side. I'm pretty sure this is growing on their side and it's kind of right in between. So I'm not gonna be able to, I mean, I can try to see what I can get from my side, but the fence is there. It's behind this. That's going to be a pain to harvest. I might just kind of, I'm just letting it grow and to be able to use it as some biomass for mulch. And the edamame are doing phenomenal. Getting closer. But you see, I mean, these plants are just loaded. That's not all. There's more. That's the same plant. And you can see, oh, it's the same plant. Let me get someone you can see a little better. Maybe. Same plant, look at that. All that from one plant. And they're all like that. Yeah, so I'm going to be getting a ton from them. And the foliage, nice green color. And that's doing great. Spearmint, it was kind of dying in the ground. And Paige wanted it because she wanted to have it and make drinks with it and stuff, spearmint tea or whatever. It wasn't doing well in the ground, so I took it out, put it into a pot, and it's doing much better. There's a fly. And yeah, all right, let's walk past these and go to the front yard. I don't want to make this video too long. These sunchokes, again, you can see the house here. And this is the second patch. Yeah, you can see how tall they're getting. Volunteers. I've never watered these guys. They've only got natural rain, so I'll probably get something from these guys. The straw flower. Kind of interesting, no fragrance. I mean, it's kind of an interesting look, and the petals are actually they're like papery. They almost feel like I don't know, like a paper almost. So they're kind of neat, but I don't think I'll do them again. Here's the sage. Got some yellowing leaves in there, so I don't know if I'm overwatering it. I don't know if it's getting old, sun. I don't know. I'm not sure what. I'm starting to get a lot of yellow leaves, but you see how big it is. Green onions that I planted in bunches. I didn't. As you can see, they're planted in bunches because I wanted to try both methods, see what I like better. But you see they're almost like a grass. So I don't know what I'll do in the future. I'll probably just keep them like this. I'll just plant them in bunches instead of doing them 2-3 inch spacing. You know, like why? Golden beets. I don't know. See, I think I'm just trying to do things, and if they have enough space to grow or sunlight, there goes sunlight. But you know, I would like to try them again. I would like to get a better beet harvest. So maybe next year I'll give them more prime spot. But next year's next year. I'll figure out next year. But yeah, I mean, it looks like there's some kind of starting down there, like this one. Let me see, zoom in there. Yeah, it's something starting there. So see what happens with that. Called the Burpee's Golden Boy or Golden Beet. And the carrots, these carrots, this is the Kaleidoscope / Rainbow mix. There's reds, purples, whites, yellows, oranges in here. And this one you can see, this is the best one right in front here. Look at that. If I can get it to focus. Yeah, I mean that's almost an inch, which be, they always say about an inch would be maturity, but the bunch of these purple ones, they're right next to it. There's a nice one. There's a white, nice like white one or whatever right back here. I can't get that in focus. And then, yeah, there's another orange one over here. Or no, I mean purple one. Yeah, so these carrots tops still look fairly healthy. I don't know what's going on with that. But, yeah, seem to have kept earlier in the spring there was a some kind of caterpillar munching on the leaves, and he got some of it, but I caught him early. And I've never seen carrot fly on them this year, which, you know, this cage will help prevent, so that's a good thing. These are the other potatoes. Again, I don't know if they're the Baltic Rose or the volunteer ones, but you know, they're a little worse off for the most part, but look at all this green, you know, healthy foliage that hasn't died back at all yet. So that's why I'm letting these go. But you see in here, die back. You know, so these ones will probably definitely be the first to harvest. But there is a potato back here somewhere. If I want to bother digging them up, but oh yes, because you can see back here. See right back there, there's a tiny shoot. I saw that and I said, yep, I know that's a new one sprouting. So, down here, up. Yeah, see, but I can't tell what it is. Up. Oh. Yeah, there's a potato there. So, I think that might be the Baltic Rose then. That's probably why that's a Baltic Rose, because that was not a Kennebec. That's not a Kennebec or a Yukon Gold. That must be the Baltic Rose. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get something. So I always worry that I'm gonna get nothing because I've overwatered. But you see all this new growth. I keep calling it new growth, but healthy growth. That is totally healthy growth. So I'm trying to let them go. And like last time, the nasturtium's kind of looking a little ratty. I've kind of started to neglect them a little bit. I haven't watered as much. Really need to remove some of the dead material in there. The bachelor's button, or dying off. You see down there, they're on their way out. In the next week or two, I'll be taking these out. I'll just do what I did last year. So I'll just lay them up. I'll clear out this slope. I'll just cut the stems down and kind of lay them on there as a mulch and see if they self-seed again. And I'll do the same thing over that side, that slope down there. I even actually bought extra seeds just to overseed a little bit for that side. And that way I have like a rainbow mix, because it's like whites as well. Whites and pinks and reds and blues, kind of like this for both sides. The strawberry patch filled out a lot more. I just kind of let them divide, and naturally, you know, there's some runners in there. Here's another chamomile, a little healthier than the other one, but this one needs a little water, I think. And marigolds that were bought just to fill that planter up down there. The peonies kind of dying back. I don't know what's going on with the foliage on these ones. The echinacea doing very, very well. It's a little crowded here with the salvias and the peonies, but I figured it fills this whole area in. The rose, yeah, I need to get here to do a little weeding. A little overgrown back there, and it's coming up through here. But the rose is still kind of producing. A lot of dead stuff on here. And then the lavender. Yeah, there's the lavender. I've gotten some lavender lemonade a couple times. Volunteer sunchokes. Yeah, and you see, I mean, that's the ground right there. And so you see how tall they are, because that's the steps. And then they're going up here as well. And yeah. All right, I'll catch you next time.